Uber has been ordered to pay close to $280 million to the taxi industry for illegally starting its business here. It's a big win for Aussie cabbies, but a mere speed bump for the rideshare giant.
Greg Collins put food on the table for decades thanks to taxis, until, he says, Uber decimated them.
Oh, it was very stressful because I thought I was going to go broke.
How many families were affected by Uber coming along?
Thousands.
Greg joined his dad's business operating taxis in Melbourne in the early 90s.
This has been my whole life, my whole family's life.
Yeah, my dad's been in the industry for over 40 years now, and I've been in the industry 20 years.
The business grew until Greg owned 40 taxis. Then in 2012, an app called Uber popped up on our phones, and Greg says he was making about a third of what he used to.
We had to buy $500,000 licences to operate taxis, and Uber came along and operated illegally, no licence, just off basically, yeah, off of the government, off at Uber.
But today, a landmark settlement in Victoria's Supreme Court sent an unprecedented message.
We have secured a $271.8 million settlement in the Uber class action.
Morris Blackburn lawyers embarked on this fight for taxi drivers and everything they lost at the hands of Uber in 2019. So for proud and dedicated drivers like Nick Andrianakis, today was a long time coming.
I knew in my heart we were right and they were wrong.
This will be the 5th highest class action settlement in Australian legal history.
It's been 5 years in the making of trying to seek justice, and I think today justice has been done.
You were one of the lead plaintiffs in this class action. How did that come about?
I covered the area of being an owner of a taxi, also being a driver of a taxi, and also being an operator of a taxi. So I ticked all those boxes.
Nick had to provide 10 years' worth of financial documents as evidence. Had Uber not settled today, he was preparing to be cross-examined in court, something he never envisaged having to do when he signed up as a 21-year-old cabbie.
I was very passionate with the industry and very proud to the service I was providing.
Morris Blackburn took on Nick's case and that of more than 8,000 drivers and owners Australia-wide, forming a class action against Uber, which today settled on a $271.8 million payout. Lawyer Michael Donnelly was at the helm of the action.
It will not be divided evenly. We have a wide number and a wide variety of group members in the class.
Uber should be punished more than that. If I'm in the city, I'll use an Uber, but if I'm going from the airport, I'll tend to use a taxi.
My preference is Uber.
They came in with a better idea and did it better than taxis. They can't be mad that.
In a statement today, Uber said since 2018 it has made significant contributions into various state-level taxi compensation schemes, and with today's proposed settlement, we put these legacy issues firmly in our past. Greg could only put this in his past by starting a mechanic and wrecking business.
I was pretty much going to lose my house, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's how desperate it got.
How scary was that for you?
It was very scary, yeah, it was depressing. Yeah, I didn't want to get out of bed and go to work.
As for the payout...
It was a drop in the ocean compared to what the industry has lost.
You know what else is a drop in the ocean? 272 million Australian dollars when you're a global company with a net worth of 157.96 billion US dollars. This calculator can't even cope with those sorts of numbers, so yeah, we'll go with a drop in the ocean.
It'll still hurt their hip pocket, and it makes them accountable